We are underneath the Pennsylvania Turnpike Bridge, which spans the mighty Delaware River, connecting Pennsylvania to New Jersey. And we're talking about price protection plans from your oil company. Just recently I had to renew mine, so I did some research. I found out the current rate that they're charging for delivery is $2.76.9 per gallon. When they wanted me to renew, for $3.56.9. I told them that was way too high. They tried to negotiate me down to $3.19.9. Figured they'd probably go lower than that. So I told them, tell you what, you call me back on Thursday, give me some time to shop around. Well, in shopping around, I found out that I can actually get it for $2.35.9. Now, that's not from a full-service oil company. That's from somebody that wants cash on delivery. But it's a heck of a lot cheaper than $3.56.9. So when they called me back on Thursday, I told them I'm probably not going to sign a contract with you again. This is a much cheaper route. Well, they gave me the old song and dance, and I pushed them off another day. I told them I need to talk to my wife. So that same day, my mother calls me. She got the same deal I did 2 years ago. Ceiling price at $2.81.9. Well, she had an oil delivery, and her oil delivery was billed at her for $2.81.9. Well, I know that the cost was $2.76.9. So why was hers 5 cents more? I'm going to tell you. Now, I don't know if all oil companies are guilty with what I'm about to tell you, but the one I use to heat my home in Bristol, Pennsylvania certainly is. As it turns out, I pay my ceiling cost for oil on every delivery. I never get a lower rate. The contract says my price is going to vary depending on price, cost, availability, and a few other options. But it hasn't varied. In fact, when I go back and look at my receipts, as well as my mother's receipts from her home a mile away, they have consistently charged the ceiling rate. Now, that's not why I sign a price protection contract, because that means I'm paying more for my oil when it's actually lower. And I'm paying lower for my oil when it's actually more, if it ever goes more. This past contract, it never went over the ceiling price, but I paid the ceiling price, which means they scammed me. Now, I don't know if what I'm about to tell you is true for all oil companies, but it stands true with the oil company I use for heating my home here in Bristol, Pennsylvania. If you call and ask them what the current rate is to have oil delivered, they're probably going to want to know how much oil, because it does vary depending on quantity. So stick with 150 gallons. Call and ask how much it costs for oil to be delivered, 150 gallons of it, and they're going to give you a price. But if you call from an unknown number, one of your kids' numbers, something not associated with the account, you might just get a different number. Haha. Why is that? Because I found out my oil company, their current price is based on when you signed your contract and not based on how much they paid for it with their upcharge. When I started checking my invoices, I found out ever since 2 years ago when I signed my contract, my price protection contract with my oil company, they've been charging me the ceiling price. Oil price right now is $2.76.9, but when I have oil delivered, it's delivered at $2.81.9. They're charging me 5 cents more per gallon. They do that over the course of 150 gallons every time they deliver, and they do that 5 and 6 times a year, and they probably do that to thousands of people. Somebody's raking in the money for their price protection, and you're not protected at all. It's a falsehood, at least with this company. Now, I'm not going to name the company. If you're in Bristol, Pennsylvania, or the surrounding area, Lower Bucks County, and you have an oil company that delivers automatic delivery to your home and locks you in at a certain ceiling price, I encourage you to take a look at your invoices and see what they're charging you. And when you look at it and you see what your current rate is, don't call from your phone that's associated with the account, because your current price is part of that account. They just give you the price. They'll just tell you 281.9. Call from someone else's number. Tell them, say, look, I just bought a house here in Bristol and or Levittown or wherever you want to say, and tank's empty. I need at least 150 gallons put into it. Could you tell me what the current price is? Compare it to what they charged you. I don't think it's price protection. I think it's a scam. And I call it heating your house with helium, because when you put helium in a balloon and you let it goes right to the ceiling. Your oil delivery prices go right to the ceiling. Heating your house with helium. You've been doing it all along and you never even knew it.